Good morning, everyone. I hope you've had a lovely week. Over here, there's much preparations for winter. It is chilly and the air smells of pine and damp soil. Today, I'm digging up some potatoes with my father to store for the winter and looking forward to adding to some soups and stews on cold frozen nights when I want to curl up by the fire and put something warm in my belly.
Basically. Look at that. See that? Oh, you gotta go deep.
Recently, in the wake of so much change once again coming into my world, I've been looking back on how, for much of my life, I've resisted change and often deemed it unwelcome. Everything from moving to a new home, leaving an unfulfilling relationship, or stepping out of my comfort zone in a small way was so hard. And change can be hard, understandably. In many ways, it will always be, to let go of what we know and accept the risks of stepping out into the unknown. As I've embarked on a journey of growth, trying to live my life fully without letting fear hold me back, I found it quite helpful to shift my mindset. Instead of focusing on what I'm losing when it comes to life changes, I could instead focus on what I'm gaining. I've thought about it in regards to parenthood. I have received feedback from some people in my life on how I will lose a lot in starting this new era, so much that I will never gain back. But I've never found it helpful to think that way. What I do find helpful is wondering not so much what I'll lose, but what I'll gain, and find joy in that. So perhaps this mindset was not helpful to you. We're all different. But if it is, I personally have found it quite rewarding to see change in this way, because whether we like it or not, change forces itself upon us, and it's up to us on how we respond to it, and if we're able to bloom where we're planted, setting down roots, finding the richness in our new soil, and beginning anew. So, as you can see, it is looking definitely like late autumn. All the leaves have already fallen from the aspens and everything's been bitten by the frost. I would love to find some little treasures to decorate my fairy house with, and I'm going to show you the project once I get home. But I'm looking for little pine cones and leaves and anything else nature might provide. So that is why I'm here today. I am looking forward to going home and getting cozy and working on my project. So I'm going to take you along and let's see what we find. When I started my journey to better health, making consistent lifestyle changes seemed nearly impossible, but it only felt that way when I looked far into the future. If I only challenged myself to living one day, 1 hour, a little more free than the one before, it was suddenly more feasible. And I slowly started to gain confidence that I can face life. I can deal with the unknown with ups and downs, joy and pain, and it's just about taking it one day at a time. It's surprising how far you can go. Perhaps you might roll your eyes at the simplicity of this idea, but in my case, I find the simplest practices often lead to places you never thought you'd go. So I've been working on this for about half an hour, and I was going to do very detailed things. I had all these plans, but I really enjoyed the simplicity. It reminded me a lot of a fairy house I made when I was a child, and so I thought I would show it to you. Here you go. It has some apothecary bottles and a lot of rose hips. I really loved how the little rose hips looked. I think it is very sweet. So maybe this will inspire you to get a little bit crafty this November. I have a bit of a mess behind me as I have been crafting all day, and for some reason I always create a tornado of just chaos whenever I do that. However, I did want to say some huge words of thank you to those who sent us some baby items since my last video. There were so many practical as well as beautiful items, and I appreciate it so much. Luke as well wanted to say a huge thank you personally on camera, but he has been very sick this week. He is incredibly grateful nonetheless. There are some such cute little items, as well as some washcloths and all sorts of little things, and it has really prepared us for the future. So thank you so much. It is getting so cold out, and it is starting to feel very, very cozy at home. It's actually hard to leave, so I've been doing a lot of resting, reading, managing how I've been feeling, and it's been an interesting journey. So far it's been incredibly rewarding. I think I'm gonna go out and check out how the fairy house is looking in the evening and in the twilight. The project definitely ignited my childlike wonder, so I absolutely have to go outside now with a lantern to enjoy the nighttime ambiance.